Welcome back to the Fit 40 podcast, where we simplify exercise and nutrition for busy people over 40 so they can improve their health and feel amazing. I'm your host, Brian Fitzsimmons, certified personal trainer and nutrition coach for people over 40 since 2015. And today we're going to be talking about why you crash every afternoon and what to do instead. Okay, before we get into it, real quick, hit that pause button. If you haven't already, go and hit that follow or subscribe button wherever you're watching or listening so that way you do not miss another episode. Thank you in advance. You'll definitely want to hear a lot of what I got coming up, the topics, the guests. It's going to be awesome. All right, now let's get into it. So what do most people do when it comes to this crash? Like, what is actually causing this? Well, number one, before we actually get into any of this, I would say probably the fact that a lot of people work jobs that they absolutely hate or they just are super stressed at. So that plays a big factor. But it pays the bills. Some people are not in a position to switch careers, but hey, couldn't hurt to put out a bunch of applications when you got some downtime. Honestly, I recommend that to everybody that is up for the challenge. If you're not in an ideal situation, because that'll just suck the life out of you and it's not worth living that way. Now, other than that, we're going to talk about like nutrition and fitness stuff that can help a lot too. So what most people do in the beginning is we have a tiny breakfast, if any at all. There is a really small lunch or really just snacks throughout the day, which leads to a lethargic afternoon and ravenous at night. I can tell you 95% of the nutrition consults that I do look like this. So if you have a day that's very similar to this, just know you're not alone. It's a very common problem. So why is this a problem? Like, why can't we just live this way? What is the big deal with having like no breakfast, a tiny pigeon-sized lunch, and feeling like shit? Okay. Well, number one is that it leads to residual hunger, which then leads to overeating later in the day. So if we're having trouble with maintaining a healthy weight or something like that, that could be a big problem. Also, you just have no energy. Okay. This is a problem. Like, you don't get any energy from the skipping breakfast, from having a really small meal in the middle of the day, because you're missing out on calories. Calories are literally energy. It's not about eating nothing. It's about having the right amount of calories to fuel you throughout your day without going overboard. No movement, and also for a lot of people, no sunlight. If you're not moving, your body is not exactly ready to go and fired up, and it's not as alert and awake as it should be. Also, same goes for sunlight. If you are rolling into your office when it's still dark in the morning and then staying super late, leaving when it's dark at night, you are not getting that hit of sunlight that lets your body know, hey, it's daytime. Let's wake it up a little bit. Okay. And the reason that this matters is because nutrition and exercise also help a lot with regulating your hormones and your hunger, like I mentioned prior. So if you're worried about hormones being the problem, or that's why you can't lose weight, like, this could be a very big reason as to why. So what's the fix? How do we fix it? Let me know. Okay. The fix is we got to fix breakfast and lunch. That's why I picked them in particular, because I want to make sure that we're getting these taken care of. And the way that we do that is make sure that we have sustenance, make sure that we are having nutritious breakfast and lunch. And the way I like to coach people on doing it is PFC, making sure that there is PFC on the plate. So what is it? Protein, fiber, and color. So when it comes to protein, a lean protein source. So something that is majority of its calories coming from protein, and the way that you know that it's a lean source is by using the zero rule. Whatever the amount of calories are in that source. We're not talking about pre-made meals. I'm talking about the individual thing, whether it's the chicken breast or the cut of meat or the eggs or whatever. It should follow the zero rule to be deemed lean. And that basically means you take the amount of protein that is in that thing and add a zero to it. So if there's 20 grams of protein, it should be 200 calories or less. If you're getting that on the plate and you're getting ideally 30 grams or more of that, then you're good to go. And I say 30 because a lot of times you'll hear your doctor, registered dietitians saying things like you need to get like at least bare minimum 90, maybe 100 grams of protein a day. So you split that up into 3, breakfast, lunch, dinner, 30 grams. Now, for a lot of people, that's going to feel like a lot. And that's exactly the point, because your body is not adapted to this, which is why you keep eating the way that you're eating. So it might take a little bit of an adaptation period where, hey, we can't quite eat all 30 grams. Totally cool. Eat like 15 grams today, then try and get 20 grams in the next couple of days, then try and get 25. Like you can rev it up and your body will adapt. You're not set on these specific amounts that you can eat at a certain meal. You are able to adapt. Second is fiber, making sure that you're getting a fibrous source of carbohydrates. Now, notice these come from carbs. Oh my God, carbs. Carbs are the devil. No, they're not. Only idiots say that. And anybody telling you that carbs are inherently bad is just biased beyond belief and is not worth listening to. So, reason we want fiber is number one, it fills you up. Number two, it gives you a lot of sustained energy. You don't get these quick hits like if you were to say down a pixie stick and get a sugar high. You don't get that peaks and valleys. And on top of that, fiber helps a ton with reducing risk of tons of different diseases. So we want fiber in the mix. And what I like to tell people is to try and get at least 3 grams of fiber per 100 calories of whatever it is. So if you're getting a bread or a pasta or any of these things, check the label and see per serving, does it have at least 3 grams of fiber per 100 calories? You're going to find many that have more, but that's a good rule of thumb on the low end. So like, for example, like berries, like you could get 8 grams of fiber for, I want to say it's like 90 calories or something like that. So you're blowing that rule out of the water, which is great because ideally we want at least 25 grams of fiber daily, if not more, and drive that number up honestly as high as you can, as long as you don't have any bad effects from it. Like there are certain medical conditions, so you always want to check with your doctor to make sure that that's okay. And also, you want to make sure that it's a variety of different fibers. You're not taking like one supplement and just downing it and being like, well, Brian said I got to get as much as possible. No, don't do that. Bad idea. It's just going to send you to the bathroom. It's going to make you feel like crap. And honestly, it could land you like in the hospital with like gastric pain and stuff like that. So don't do that. When I say 25 grams, I mean getting it from the big 5 sources. Okay. Number 1 is whole grains. 2 is beans and legumes. 3 is nuts and seeds. 4 is fruit. 5 is veggies. Those are those big 5. We want to try and get a variety throughout the day if we can. And then last but not least, C is color. A little bit of overlap with fiber, but it's really just to make sure that, hey, if your fiber is coming from a bread or a pasta or something like that, make sure some sort of vegetable or fruit makes it onto the plate. So if you get, say, berries, for example, like in the morning for breakfast, having, say, a protein shake and some berries, that would nail it. That would get you PFC, even though you just really aimed for the PC, but you got the fiber because of the berries. So as long as we're hitting those numbers, that's all okay. And also, just because I started adding them into my day, if you guys can find those Oikos ready to drinks I get them from Harris Teeter, but they're freaking awesome. They're 30 grams of protein. Like I just mentioned, I drink 2 of them because I need more protein than other people because I have more lean body mass, but it has 30 grams of protein. So there you go. And it also has fiber in it too. So you're getting extra fiber. So if you throw in a fruit, you're going to be really full for the morning and it's not going to take up a bunch of space in your stomach. So you're not going to really feel bloated. So that's one of my winners right now. And also good to note here, it helps to stick to the 1 plate rule for 2 reasons. Number 1, you don't overeat. So you're not eating absurd amounts for breakfast and lunch, but also you're not under eating because the 1 plate rule basically is you get 1 standard size plate. 2, make sure that 1, we're not stacking food, and 2, we're not leaving any white space. So you're getting a good amount of food for these targets. And when you do it properly and you don't try and game the system, this usually results in about 500 calories on the plate, give or take a couple hundred. And obviously making sure we're not going crazy on fats. So we're not drowning it in olive oil. We're not having a salad that's basically dripping in dressing. Okay. So when it comes to the fats, make sure you stick to like a serving size, like 100 calories worth, and you'll be good to go. And honestly, if you're saying 1,500 calories a day, oh my God, I can't lose weight. No, you just really haven't done this right. Just give it a try. I promise you. I've not met anybody yet. I've been doing this a decade. I haven't yet to meet somebody who doesn't stick to this 100% and there's no, well, I didn't do it on this day. No, if you stick to it 100% of the time and you eat this way, you see changes. All right. Next is exercise. Okay. Because it's not just nutrition, exercise helps too. So when you're dragging, it really does help to get like a morning workout in if you can. And this is why I love doing morning workouts with clients, because it's a amazing way to start your day. It does give you that extra boost of energy. So it's incredible to make sure that you can get that morning session in if possible. And if you're not a morning person, that's where it really helps to get the help of a trainer or join a class, because that community support, having that other person, having that professional help to get your ass out of bed can make a world of difference. But let's say you can't do that. You could also do like a quick circuit workout at your work gym. Now, I know a lot of people don't like getting sweaty, and totally cool. Like if you just do a couple of sets, like close to failure of some bicep curls and like some calf raises and just stuff that really doesn't completely crush you, not like doing heavy squats or push-ups or burpees or anything that really drives the sweat, but like a basic like pump workout. If you could do that during the week and then get your main workouts in where you do those compound lifts on the weekends, that's a good combo, and it can help give you that boost for the later half of the day just by doing that little pump session. And then also, let's say you don't have access to a work gym, or there's not a gym that's close to you that you could manage to get to during your lunch break, then you could walk outside. And if it's not okay, if it's not good weather for outside, take a lap around the building, like inside if you need to, or take the stairs, just something to get your heart rate up a little bit. And that could give you a giant boost of energy, because that does typically happen. You end up getting more energy, you end up burning more calories, you end up being more productive later in that second half of the day. You have more mental clarity. So you're making better decisions, which, hey, might even lead to a promotion down the road, because now you're more productive than you were before. And your boss is like, damn, I'm noticing a change. I think you can handle more. So that could lead to better things. And it could also lead to better mood regulation. So if you do have difficult coworkers, or life at home is crazy and you really struggle with keeping your mood in check, this can help a lot with that. And you just get better results overall, because when you are eating better, when you're moving more, your sleep improves, which then helps your hormones regulate, like I just mentioned, which helps you stick to your plan better, which leads to changes in the scale and the inches and performance in the gym. So this could be that key that unlocks everything that you're missing. It honestly could be. It doesn't feel like a whole lot, but small hinges swing big ass doors. All right. So give it a try. Just a little movement, either early in the day or middle of the day. Pack yourself an awesome lunch. I know I just started doing like prepping chicken for the week and having a salad kit like ready to go. So I literally just pack the chicken in a Pyrex bowl and then put all the dry stuff in there and leave the salad dressing like on top, so it like doesn't touch everything and there's no chance of it exploding and wilting everything. But basically just rip the salad dressing open, put it in, shake it up, and it's good to go. Something that simple can make honestly an absolute world of difference. So give it a try. Let me know what you think. And if you're hearing all this and you're like, listen, I can't get myself to exercise, or I want to eat this food, but I just don't make myself do it. That's what coaches are for. That's what I'm here for. So if you need somebody in your corner to guarantee that you are going to get the results that you want, schedule an intro call. Go down, click that link in the description or the show notes, wherever you're watching or listening, and we could talk about what's best for you, whether that's in person here with me in Greenville, North Carolina, or over Zoom from wherever you are in the world and you could join us live. Or if it's online accountability coaching because you need something a little bit more flexible, that's an option as well. So set up that call. Let's see if any of that's right for you. And worst case scenario, we hop on the call, figure out it's not right. I'll still send you in a better direction, whether that's referring you to one of my friends around the nation/world. Hey, I've got some people in Hong Kong, just saying. Or I could give you like one of the plans that I have on Trainerize that are $30 for 4 months of program. So if you need something like that, that's also an option too, but you will not regret setting up that call. So give it a click, pick a day and time that works best, and I'll see you then. All right. That's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Go kick some ass. Bye-bye.